So in the previous video, we had discussed up till the accommodation area of the hostel building. So let us go into the next subtopic in the hostel building, that is the dining hall. So the dining hall should be given in such a place in the hostel building so that it should not be more, or it should not be of much distance for the people who are residing in that, or we can put it like this: all the people who are residing in the hostel building, they should reach the dining hall within 5 to 6 minutes. Such should be the distance of the dining hall from the all rooms. So again, if we consider the strength that can be accommodated inside the hostel dining hall, so at a time up to 50% we can accommodate the strength in the dining hall. It should be designed in such a manner. Or if we decide about the range, so the 33% strength to 50% strength of the hostel, or 33% to 50% of the population that resides in the hostel building, so that many people should be accommodated inside the dining hall. So our area calculation should be such that it accommodates the required strength or required population. So then we should see how much area we can give for per person. So here we can see, so the design value is 1.2 meter square per resident of the hostel. So for per student or per person residing in the hostel, we should take the area calculation as 1.2 meter square. So how many number of persons, or how much people are residing in that hostel, so into 1.2 meter square. So that will give the total area that is required. And about the table seating, so for a single table we can have 6 people at a time. If we are taking more than that, it would be not much beneficial for the cleaning purpose. So for one table, if we consider 6 persons as a seating capacity, it would be beneficial for the cleaning purpose as well. Then coming to the kitchen component, so as we can see, so the kitchen area should be up to 8 to 12 meter square range. So the kitchen area is having an area of 8 to 12 meter square. So it should be well ventilated. It should be having light facility. Then the floor, it should be smooth. It should be non-slippery. That is very important because much of the utensils will be heavy there. So the heavy utensils will be lifted from the kitchen to the dining hall. So the area of the floor should be non-slippery. So it should be not much hard, it should be smooth. So that surface of the floor should be getting easily cleared, okay, and non-absorbent surface. Also the walls, so the paint should be such that it can easily get washed, or it get not the paint should not get washed, the dirt that is sitting on the paint, so that should get easily washed. Such the wall should be painted, because it may happen that the fumes, the gas that is coming from the kitchen utensils, there will be number of dishes that is being prepared in the utensils. So from that hot gas may come and the wall painting may get tarnished. There may be fumes that is depositing on the walls. So the wall should be such that it should get easily cleaned so that it gives a good appearance to the kitchen. So this is all about the kitchen component. So lastly, coming to the sanitary units. So that is, sanitary units means toilets and bathrooms. It can be either toilets and bathrooms can be provided separately, or sometimes bathroom and toilet are accommodated in one single room if the area is big. So it is better if the bathrooms and toilets are separated. So this criteria is given in the NBC 2005, that is National Building Code 2005. So this is all about the hostel building.